Welcome to a very special edition of AM Whiskey. It's St. Patrick's Day, so we're doing ourselves a little St. Patrick's Day themed blind. What we have in front of us are 5 Irish Whiskies. Not just Irish Whiskies, but old Irish Whiskies. I believe everything in here is 17-year plus.
So Irish whiskey?
A wee bit of Irish whiskey.
And they're all old enough to drink on their own.
Well, in Ireland maybe, but here, not so much.
Or in the motherland.
But, I mean, some pretty good Irish whiskey. So, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, let's get it.
Gonna have some whiskey, eh?
Cilantro. Yep. Smells like single malt.
This is pretty lightly colored for a
Well,
17 or 18 year whiskey. Nose is kind of nice.
Irish though, so they're all usually fairly light. Orchard fruits, a little bit of pear.
Yeah, I get the pear.
Low proof, not a surprise.
Almost like a honey with the pear, kind of.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Kind of an almond.
it's creamy and thick on the palate. It actually, like, it doesn't have proof, but the fluid feels like it has weight to it.
It tastes like an Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
It's good mouthfeel. I don't know if I would say creamy. It's definitely got a decent mouthfeel though. Orchard fruits, again, I'm leaning towards pear on this.
But not pear.
It's, I don't know, it reminds me of that little fruit cup that you get in
Yeah.
when we were kids in grade school that had
The cocktail.
pear in there. Or the fruit cocktail, but without like
Yeah.
the cherries. It's just the white chunks that are in there.
It's totally drinkable though. It does have like
That little bit of nectar in there.
it does have a pretty good amount of barley.
Well, yeah. Should all be barley.
Yeah, but I mean it kind of drinks that way. Okay, that's number 1. Not
It's
bad.
good.
Oh,
It's good.
I'd slam that. Number 2. So what are we doing? Are we gonna stack rank them, rate
Just
them?
stack rake them and
So we're gonna
go from there.
smell them, drink them, rate
smell
their
'em, drink
ass.
them. Yeah, you want a piece of paper? Want to take some notes?
Sure.
You can get a piece of paper.
I'll take the answer, please.
You do not get the answer key.
Is this one of them official whiskey scoring?
Nope, this is just a piece of paper.
Santa Maria.
There you go,
I like
sir.
this one.
Oh, we'll have to share a pen.
We're sharing pens. All right. Ooh. I like it. I think I like him.
You like number 2 better?
I think I do. At least in the initial sip,
I don't get as much on the nose.
I do not get as much on the nose.
It's obviously darker.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't get as much on the nose. This, I get a little more of that honey, but it's so
Mm-hmm.
tamped down. It's just not.
It's what almost drinks more bourbony.
I definitely think this would appeal more to a bourbon drinker because it's less malt forward.
Correct.
Still got that kind of fruity sweetness. But it's the flavors are a little bit more dialed back than this one.
Flavors are dialed back. It's not malt forward like the first one, but I'm getting a pretty good malt kick on the back
Wow.
on the finish. Like this didn't have a lot of malt kick on the back. Okay, got it. Round 1. So far it's going. This one's pretty dark. Now, so these are all 18 to 21-year-old whiskey or something?
Something maybe 17's in there. I don't know. These were all samples provided to us by one of our good friends who is a avid Irish whiskey drinker. Gave us some sample jars labeled, and these were the oldest of the bunch.
Well, when you say avid, I would say connoisseur. I mean, I think he gave us like 50 or 60 samples, and these are just the oldest five or five of the oldest.
This one, again, the nose is a little tamped down to me.
It is. It's not a great nose. Low proof as always.
Yeah, I don't expect any of these to be high proof.
No. Yeah, not at the age. I don't think you're going to get, 18, 20-year cast strength Irish. Although that would be an interesting product. Would it be real woody or not? I don't know.
This seems to have the least amount of flavor to me.
It's very, very faint on the flavor. And I've been behaving myself. I haven't had whiskey for a while.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I'm just sharing a pencil thinking it's for the birds. Just kidding. It's not bad. It works for me. I haven't scored anything yet. I'm just doing
you're
little
just
notes.
putting little notes.
Yeah, I'm not giving scores. I mean, I'm going to end up going back, right? Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is a flight. You got to do it right. I mean, there's the front way, the back way, the side way, the handy way.
Jeez. Oh, jeez, you're handy. Ooh. This nose I do like.
This might be the one.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, I get pear. I get almost peach tea.
Yeah, I can see that.
A little bit of woodbacker, maybe. Like, oh, this one's good.
It's like a nice seasoned dry oak in the background of, yeah, I get some like,
ooh. Ooh. Now this one's got like 4 or 5 notes to it.
enlighten us what those 4 or 5 notes are.
Well, right up front, I got the pear peach tea thing, woodbacker, like almost 2 or 3 seconds into it, just going. If I had to bottle this, I could tell you right now which one I think this is. Like, there's a certain Irish whiskey product that I really, really like, and I would be willing to bet the Irish little doll, McFinnigan over here.
McFinnigan.
I would say the McFinnigan that this is Redbreast 21.
If I had to guess, I would also say that that's probably what this is. That's what it tastes like to me. That kind of peach iced tea note.
Oh, that's way up here.
With the oak backer. I can only come up with 2 notes, unlike the 4 or 5 notes that he came up with and named 2.
Peach tea, pear. Oh, I didn't say pear clearly.
Well,
wood. Yeah. And there's a malt. I mean, you could call it the barley on the finish, the malt.
Ooh, this one does have a good nose right here.
Mm. Ooh. That's really fruit forward.
Yep. This one is, I get a lot more honey on this one.
It's very sweet initially.
It is very sweet.
It's probably the sweetest initially.
Yeah. There's not as much oak as was on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. It's a kind of a lighter sweetness. Maybe a little citrus on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that. It's not pear dominant.
Yeah, I mean, the pear note is kind of consistent on most of these. This one has the most kind of candied sweetness to me. Almost a confectionery sugar on top of it. Like this is just straight that syrup from the fruit cup from a kid. It is a little drying on my palate.
Yeah. I had to clean my palate, take another sip of it
Yeah.
to really see how long it lasts in the palate. Because I felt like this one just wouldn't stop. And I didn't know if it was because I was coming from the previous pour onto this pour, or if I just had like a build-up thing going. So I cleansed my palate, took a sip, and it's still going strong. I mean, this one really lasts. This is maybe just because I was not paying attention to the others, perhaps? I don't know.
I'm getting more wood as I go back to it too,
Mhm.
both on the nose and the palate.
That's really going to be tough to grade. That's really good. Whatever that is, that's really good. I can tell you, going into the clubhouse, it's 4 and 5. It's a 2-glass race for me.
Yeah, I mean, for me, 3 is out. That's just
I think so. I think 3's out. That's the glass I grabbed was 3 to see if
that's
it
my
really
least
is out.
favorite. I don't even need to go back to it. That was my least favorite.
It's not bad.
I think 4 and 5 are my leaders. Yeah, it's not bad. It just is.
It's pretty damn good, actually. I mean, it doesn't have the flavor punch the other ones have.
One is just so malty. That's the maltiest of them all.
So you say one's super malty. Let's see.
Yeah. That's the one where I get the most like, all right, this is a single malt whiskey. I mean, I get that on all of those, but that one is definitely the one that's, the fruit is kind of tamped down compared to these other ones. Less sweet, more of that malt.
It's interesting. The way the one presents itself, I actually don't mind the level of maltiness to it. I actually,
I'm not saying I mind it. I'm just saying that's the dominant.
I mean, color-wise, you would think these couldn't be even close to the same age, but. Yeah, all right, I get what you're saying. This is not nearly as malty as one.
No.
The flavor is just quiet.
On 2?
Yeah.
See, I thought that on 3.
Both 2 and 3 have quieter flavors than 1, 4, and 5.
I'm liking all of these less as I go back to them.
Really?
Yeah, actually. I've downgraded my scores on all of them that I've went back and tasted.
Something wrong with your bottles?
No.
Maybe they went stale in the sample jar for whatever time.
I
Don't think that's possible.
don't think that's what happened. I just think as I go back to them, after tasting some of these, going back to these, the score went down because these are definitely better than these.
You know what's? I can tell you that I'm a bourbon and rye guy. Like I love what's in number 4. I like it a lot. But something's up with my palate tonight. It's just not. It's not 9 whiskey.
No.
And I'm really damn certain I know what it is. Oh, it's pretty good. Pretty good. So what are you doing for St. Patrick's Day, eh? Are you going out to see the river get dyed green? Maybe you go see the lake. I heard a few are going to play the golf. You need to do the white ball around. Get it in the water. Get it in the sand. You have a few pints.
Alright.
Get on in the shin once or twice.
I have my ranking.
I have a ranking. I haven't written down the sheet for a number.
Well, as long as we know what you're pushing out
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what I'm pushing out.
and what you're winning.
I'm pushing out 6. I don't know what's winning yet. Or no, I'm pushing out 6. Yeah, I'm pushing out 6. I really am. I really have been at the bar all day.
Getting rid of the water.
I'm making up new numbers. I'm pushing out glass number 6. This glass of water.
Number 3 is my first out.
You're trying to move things forward or something?
No, I'm saying this is my first one out. That was my least favorite of all of these.
It's my least favorite as well. I move out number 6. What are you giving number 6?
That's my water, so I'm gonna give that a flat 0.
Oh, I gotta give at least a 5. Number 3.
Glass number 3, I gave it a 6.5.
6.5?
Yeah.
Freaking nice. I give it a 6.3.
Okay.
6.3. I know you can't see that. It's like really miniature, but if you got like a really big screen, like if you watch this video on a 90-inch TV and walk right up to the TV, get your face right there, you might be able to see 6.3.
Well, I'll see if I can zoom in on it. But
63, man.
your chicken scratch, who knows?
Hold on, I haven't ranked my next one. Hold on, I gotta get a number. Need a number. He's got numbers over there. I ain't got no number.
I don't think it really matters. I just did that for my own purposes, so I knew where I stood on them. My next one out is going to be glass number 1. It has a lot of flavor. It is the most malty of these, which just isn't my favorite flavor. So that's why it's coming out for me.
I'll agree. I agree. I changed at the end. Number 1 is second out, and it's a 6.7.
I had it at a 6.8.
I'm really starting to like number 2.
I also really like number 2, but that is my next out.
Yeah, it is for me too.
And I put it at a 7.4 now. When I first had it at an 8.4, but it came down after going through these.
I'm going 7.5.
Okay.
75, man.
I'd love to say that I disagree with you on some of these, but I don't. These two, going through on the first time, I really thought that this glass 4 was far and away the best. But as I kept going back, these two are almost neck and neck.
Mm.
I think they are pretty darn close.
I see where you said that. I think there's a bit of difference.
There's definitely a difference.
I
but
prefer
I just
4 pretty significantly over 5. 5 is the sweetest.
5 is more vanillas and sugars and sweetness, where this is more, you're going to be your orchard fruits, your apricots, your peach iced tea, a little bit more wood on this one. But I think the flavors are both very good. I think they're comparable. It just depends on what you're feeling on that day. I did have this ranked higher, so this glass 4 is my first place, but I have them at a 8.4 and an 8.3.
Wow. So I have glass 5 at a 7.7 and glass 4 at an 8.1. Like I gotta remember the scale, right? 8.0 and above is very, very, very good whiskey. It's excellent whiskey, right? It's really, really, really good.
Yeah, I think I'm handicapping this as I'm looking at them as Irish and not as in overall whiskeys.
Oh, I'm overall.
Probably
overall.
isn't
Yeah.
going on.
Whiskey is a whiskey.
True. All right.
Not all whiskey's the same.
So, glass number 3. Finished last place for both of us. Any guesses?
Other than like 2 bottles in this lineup, possibly, I have no idea what's in it.
It is Tullamore Dew, 18 year. What? Tullamore Dew.
That's not surprising that Tullamore Dew is in last.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as it beat the Jameson, that's all I cared about.
it didn't beat the Jameson. It finished under the Jameson.
Son of a bitch.
It was in last place for both of us. In
The Jameson. That means there's a 21-year Jameson,
Fourth
21-year-old
place.
Jameson in here. 20 or 21. Because there's not a 16 in here. Go ahead, 4th place.
Somebody's not very good with numbers. So in 5th place was the Tullamore Dew. In 4th place,
Glass.
for both of us, Glass
One.
1, is Napid Castle, 21 year.
Ah.
And in 3rd place,
That might have been another one I know.
Glass number 2.
It's got. Is it the JMO? It probably is. It's probably 21-year JMO or 20-year. I can't remember which.
Bushmills, 21 year.
You know, that's interesting. Sometimes, the only other couple times I've had the Bushmill 21, it's always had this funk to it, and I'm not getting the funk tonight. That's
The
kinda
only
nice.
one that had funk on it to me was Glass 1, which was the
Napid Castle. Yeah.
But again, that was just the maltiness.
I kind of figured there was a Napid Castle.
And
here.
in 2nd place, what is it? What's in 2nd place?
That's Redbreast 21. That's first place is Redbreast 21. I have no freaking clue. It's probably a different Napid Castle. Probably the 7th.
It is not. It is Jameson.
It is Jameson?
It's 18 year.
Jamo Ameson.
Jameson 18 year. And in 1st place, no surprise to anyone, is the Redbreast 21. I mean, if you're going to get Irish whiskey, you can't go wrong with Redbreast. They're all great.
Wait, I heard that, you know, when you get a barrel of Irish whiskey, the top cut is the spot, the middle cut is the rest, and the bottom cut is the JMO.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know how they do that. Does anybody know?
I don't think it's from the barrel. I think that's from the still.
The still?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think that was right. It's just I think it comes from the still.
Ah.
But again, I'm just trying
Well,
to
if
go off of
anybody
memory
knows
of what
how
we've been
they
told.
do that with Irish whiskey, right? and
Well,
the different-
specifically from the Middleton Distillery,
Correct.
which is where the Spots, Redbreast, and Jameson come from.
Yep.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed our St. Patrick's Day special, our Irish whiskey extravaganza. Let us know. Do you enjoy a wee spot of Irish whiskey?
Yes.
That was more Scottish than Irish, but
Yeah, it's on the same aisle, isn't it?
no, Ireland's next door.
Next door,
Scotland,
right up
England.
above. All right. Well, you know, they used to call me Redbeard when I was younger, but now they call me Graybeard.
Very true. Thank you again for joining us. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know. Do you celebrate St. Patrick's Day with a little bit of Redbreast, or are you a Guinness guy? You having corned beef and cabbage, or are you having something else? Let us know. And as always,
I'm having whiskey. Keep it flowing.
cheers.
Cheers.